what's up everybody? Today we're going to go over why I think you should buy the Proscenic N7 Pro over the Shark IQ. And to me, there's obvious reasons. If you check my prior videos, you'll see that I have such a problem with this robot. It airs out all the time. The map it makes is a joke. This is my second one, and it just has not been a good robot overall. I just got this one a few days ago, and I've had pretty much zero errors with this thing. It just works flawlessly, and I can't say the same for this guy. I wanted to like this because this came out well before this one. Like I said, check out my previous videos that I made about the Shark IQ, and you'll see all the issues that I ran into. So when I'm comparing it directly to this one or the Roborock, the difference is night and day. Especially this one. This one's actually just as good, if not better, than my Roborock. I've made a video on why I think that is as well. Alright, first let's start with the price. You can get this right here, right now, brand new, just came out a few days ago, for right at $500 total. You do have to buy this, the docking station that empties itself separately. It's $99. Right now, this one on Amazon is $4.59, and then they have a $60 coupon. You just click, and it takes $60 off in the checkout. This one you can no longer really find on sale very often because the holidays are over, and this is back up to $550 to $600 depending on where you're looking at it. So right off the bat, this is a cheaper alternative, and to me, it just works better in every case. Maybe with a slight difference in the self-emptying bin. The self-emptying bin on the Shark does work very well. So no complaints on the actual bin itself. But everything else about the Shark just failed me. The next biggest thing is the laser system, or called Lidar. If the Shark had the Lidar, I honestly think this would be an awesome robot. It'd probably be just as good as this. But the camera-based system in this, the way it maps, it's just so inaccurate and slow. I have never, out of the both robots I had on the Shark IQ, I have never gotten a full map of my house. I'll try to pull up a picture right now on my phone and show you the crappy map that it made. And then I'll compare it to this one, and this thing's just perfect. On its first run, this makes a perfect map of your floor plan. Gets every single inch. This one they say takes a minimum of 5 times, up to who knows how many. And the map it provides is garbage. I don't like this. I don't like this robot. Another benefit, Lidar, you can put this out anytime you want. Nighttime, of course daytime, pitch black, anything. This thing's gonna work any time of the day. Not just the Shark, but any camera-based system will not work at night at all. So that's another benefit. I already went over the map. This one makes a perfect map after its first run. This one takes forever and then makes an incomplete map. This one has given me the most errors out of all the robots I've owned. Keeps giving me the replace dust cap error. Don't know why, don't know even what that means. I flip it over, I clean it out. Nothing's missing, nothing's too dirty to run, nothing. It just airs out on me all the time. The thing these do not have, both of them, is a sensor in the bin to tell it when to go back to the dock and to empty itself. Which at first I was disappointed that this didn't have that. But I'll show you why in just a second that this particular robot does not need it. This one 100% needs it. And I'll show you why. On to my next point is the dustbin itself. Alright, on to the dustbin. So from here it looks like the Shark IQ's bin is larger. That's definitely not the case. Let's open this one up. As you can see, it pretty much utilizes this entire bin area. Much more space. It can hold probably 2 to 3 times what this guy can. So like I said, this one looks bigger, but when you open it, in reality, you get half of what you see here basically. Because this plastic part folds down in there, and then it blocks off basically that whole entire bin that looks like is large. Another problem I ran into with the Shark IQ bin, see this flap once again? So when this I will say straight up, this thing does a good job of cleaning. Its cleaning ability and suction, it's good. It's a good robot in that sense. But the design is just, I don't know what they were thinking. So behind here, in this gap where the filter is, every time I took this out, it would be just caked in really thick, like dust bunnies. And the self-emptying bin cannot get that out. So not only that, it's going to restrict the airflow. And over time, if you don't pop this out to clean it anyways, the airflow, the suction of the robot is going to decrease every time. So what's the point of having a self-emptying bin if you have to pull this out every few days or weeks and clean out this giant dust bunny that will not get sucked out by the self-emptying bin? So that, to me, the biggest downfall in this robot is this bin. It can't hold very much. That's what I'm trying to make a point. Like, it looks big, but when you close it, there's just not much room in there at all. I mean, you can't even like see. It can probably hold 1/5 of what this guy holds, I bet. I may have to do a test and jam this thing as full as I can with like cereal or something, or these guys, and then dump them out and weigh them, because I guarantee this bin is 4 to 5 times bigger. That brings me on to my next con for this particular robot, and that is big messes. If you have a big mess for this guy, it's not going to be able to complete it. Basically what this guy does when there's no sensor, I think you can program it to go back like every 30 minutes and empty itself. Or that's what it's pre-programmed to do. So if you have a large mess, say one of my big cereal tests, you can go back and check out my test on these. And this thing airs out every time because there is no bin sensor. So what it does is basically fills up this tiny bin with not very much debris, and then it just kind of pulls it along, and anything else that runs over it will not suck up and clean. It'll kind of just drag it along for a while until ultimately it airs out and says look under the machine, and it's basically telling you that the bin is way too full. So that to me is a massive disappointment. Everybody's gonna think I'm completely bashing the Shark, and I kind of am, but I really wanted to like this. I've tried it 2 times. Both times it's failed me, and like I said before, I'm done with it. I haven't even ran this thing in probably 2 or 3 weeks. I actually need to sell it and get rid of it. But now let me say before I put this back, this thing's not perfect either. It blows away this guy, but this one has its issues with the self-emptying bin. For whatever reason, the design of it will not suck out the bin completely. But as I said in my prior videos, this bin is so large that it's probably going to be very hard for this thing to ever fill itself up. So if you do a cleaning job and it goes back and cleans itself out and leaves this little bit, then I think that's fine. I don't think that's a big deal. If the Shark IQ had a bin this big, that would help a lot. Another thing this comes with that not many do, not a big deal whatsoever, but this little brush and then a little razor blade in there for hairs. So if you do get hair entanglement on the brush, you just kind of swipe this across and it cuts the little hairs, and it's very easy to pull out. Not a big deal, but I thought I'd point that out since it's right here.
Dustbin has been installed.
All right, so you all tell me what you think. Do you think I'm wrong here? If you've checked my previous videos, I don't see how I could possibly be wrong when comparing these directly. This is just a better robot in basically every single way. It's a little bit cheaper. Now, I've only had this for 3 days, so I don't know how long the durability is going to be. Is this thing going to fall apart in a month? Is it going to last a year? I have no clue. I can't really say anything bad about the actual robot. The only thing I can say is that the dock is not the best. So between these two, obviously to me, and you guys can disagree, this is just my opinion, this thing blows it out of the water. It's hands down the better robot choice. and it saves you a tiny bit of money. And I wouldn't be surprised if this goes on sale more often than the shark would. One prop I have to give to the shark, it's much better with hair. As you can see, I don't really have any hair in this. I haven't ran this much, but enough to where hair would have gotten caught if it was going to get caught up. So you can see this one, tons of hair. So this one really doesn't have any type of hair detanglement. But like I said, that little thing that they come with, you just slice it across, and then this stuff pulls out much easier. So I will give the shark an extra point for that. The hair, this brush design does not leave much hair. This one, as you can see, there is a lot of hair. So you may have to flip this over and clean out the hair every once in a while. All right, well, that is my personal opinion on these two. I know, like I said before, a lot of people love their shark. They have zero issues, and I'm happy for them. That's great. But if you're looking for a brand new robot, there's no beating the Lidar system right now. It's just that good. If this was camera-based, I probably wouldn't even have bought this if this was camera-based. There'd be no point. I already have 4 other vacuums that are camera-based. Do me a favor, let me know down in the comments if for whatever reason you would still buy the shark over the Proscenic. And if you disagree with what I think here, let me know why in the comments. I'm curious to see why anybody would buy this over this. That's just, like I said, my personal opinion. Hope you all enjoyed this video and found out some good information, and have yourselves an awesome day. See ya.